There is literally no point in doing anything, to be honest. The only point is what you derive from it. And what would that even be? Just another thing to do, another thing to spend time on, another thing to waste time on. There is no point to doing anything that you're doing. And nothing that you do even gets you what you want. Right? Now, hear me out. You can literally money max, make six figures. Nobody cares. Literally, nobody cares. It's not even impressive anymore. In this day and age, seven figures is barely impressive. In this day and age, nobody even cares. No girl will care. Because on top of that, she's making her own money. You can literally looks max on top of that. And guess what? Literally all of your competition, every man in your age group is completely looks maxed, completely gym maxed. Do you know how much competition you have? An insane amount of competition. Do you know how many guys hit the gym, bro? Literally all of them in your age group. There is no hope. Because if you don't even meet that threshold of being gym maxed, you're not even in the door. You're not even a millisecond of a thought. Because there's literally 100, 200, 1,000 other men in her DMs, on her Tinder, in her iMessage, cold approaching her, that are gym maxed. So it's like, how do you even distinguish yourself? You don't. Because literally they're all thin and lean and gym maxed, and you're not. I mean, you very well may be, but even if you are, you're still literally just basically an NPC like the rest of them at that point. And on top of that, that's like looks maxing. But then on top of that, there's style maxing. Okay, yeah, now you dress better. Now you, I don't know. I mean, I spent like over $1,000 on clothes and a little bit of jewelry. The jewelry wasn't that expensive. The clothes were more expensive. And I don't even know if style maxing is like a real thing at this point. Like honestly, like I mean, like if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig, right? If you put a baggy T-shirt and baggy cargo pants on some guy that's ugly, he's still gonna be an ugly guy. And so I don't know. I feel like it doesn't matter. Like someone that is attractive or someone that is decently attractive, even doesn't matter what they're wearing. They're still just decently attractive. And someone that's very highly attractive, doesn't matter what he's wearing, he's going to be very highly attractive. And someone that is, of course, not attractive, it doesn't matter if the pig is wearing a suit, the pig is wearing street clothes, the pig is wearing normie clothes, the pig is wearing a cringe outfit. Makes no difference. He's still a pig. He's still ugly. And I mean, I don't even know. You can talk about all the other things, but like, what else even is there? I mean, it's just like, at this point, I've just put in so much work and saw zero return. Zero. Zero difference in my dating world, in my dating landscape. I went from being overweight to now I practically have a six pack. And before I was getting zero dates and zero text backs. And now I'm getting zero dates and zero text backs and zero matches on Tinder and the other apps. And I went and got a professional photo shoot. You know, maybe it's the photos. Nope, still zero matches. And I went out and bought a bunch of clothes and still nothing at the bars. rejected, get very uninterested looks, and all of that. So, I mean, it just gets to a point where it's like, I mean, again, like, what even is there left to even try? Like, honestly, and even more importantly than what is there left to try is like, what is there left to live for? Like, why am I still doing this? Like, what is the point? Because if nothing works, then why do it all? Why? And I don't have an answer for that question. Not to mention, I feel like I've lost practically all meaning at my job. On top of that, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing anymore. And there's some things that I actually genuinely really like doing at work. I really like doing certain things, and I want to be tasked to do those things. And they're literally stripping all of that away from me to do some BS stuff that is practically meaningless, it seems, versus things that I thought was a lot of fun and got a lot of enjoyment out of it, and it was great. And they're taking that right away from me, so now I'm just sitting there doing nothing, essentially. And maybe some of you would want that, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's better than being poor, but on the other side, from my perspective, it was literally better. My life was better when I was broke, because at least I had something to work towards. Now I have it all. Now I have everything I can want, and nothing has changed. I'm still alone, still have no girls, no friends, none of it. I just can pay my bills without trying at this point. I was still paying my bills before. I was just scraping by. Now I can pay my bills, and if I want to buy a t-shirt, ooh, then I can do that. So, in a weird way, it's made my life worse. And it's just like mind-blowing how much you can do, how much effort you can do, and people will still say, oh yeah, bro, you just haven't put the effort in, bro. It's like, you don't know how much I have truly done. You have no idea how much I've done. And on top of that, how mortifying and how depressing and everything it is to continue to go on and do it day in and day out when you get literally nothing back in return. It would be one thing if after all of this I was able to get a date. Maybe it didn't work out. I think that would give me some hope, you know? I really think it would. I haven't even gotten a fucking date. Haven't even gotten a fucking date. And girls literally just, they still ghost me like they ghosted me before. The amount of options they have is insane. You know? I mean, I just can't even wrap my head around it. I know, we all know it's insane, but it just makes it impossible to keep going on this way, you know? With nothing. Nothing but a paycheck? For what? What's the point of a paycheck? To pay rent? What's the point of that? To be able to have a roof to sleep and like a fridge? Really? That's it? Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I think I want a little bit more than just like a roof. I think maybe I want people that I love. That love me. That'd be nice. That'd be real nice, you know? If I had anyone in my life at all, that'd be nice. And I don't know, man. It's just difficult to even just keep doing the daily task at this point. It's just like, how do I even keep on? How do I even just like wake up in the morning? Like, that never used to be a difficult thing to think about, waking up in the morning. That never used to be like a thing that I like thought about, like, how am I even going to wake up in the morning? You know? How am I even going to like get out of bed? How am I even going to like wake up? That never used to be like a difficult thing for me. And now it is. And it's like, I just don't know how to deal with it. Because there's literally no point to anything I'm doing. It's all pointless and meaningless. And all it is just a way to keep the clicker clacker timer moving. And that's it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe you'll have some people like say something like, oh, just gotta find your own meaning, bro. Just gotta find, just, separate yourself from that and not worry about the outcome, bro. But it's like, okay, how can I separate myself from that and find meaning when I'm like lacking a severely important part to being a human and just living life? You know, how can I come to terms with just accepting things for what they are and nothing else? I just don't know. How do you keep going when there's no point in going? And then you have nothing. And there is no one. Even after everything you've done. And there's nothing on the other side. How does one keep going? How do you find the fortitude to keep going when you've done so much and you see zero tangible results from what you've done? You know, I don't know. I don't know how to keep going, honestly, at this point. I just don't even see it, and I might just not, because there's literally nothing there for me. Put in all this work, nothing changes. And yeah, nobody cares, and that's fine. I'm not looking for like a pity party. I'm just looking for someone to like do so much as, respect my humanity, treat me as a fellow human, have some love for me. But it's like, no one does that. Friends don't do that. No girl does that. Family doesn't do that. And it's basically completely over for you. There is no point. There is no meaning. You're not doing this for anything. You're not doing any of this for anything because you get nothing out of it. And the personal satisfaction in and of itself is not really even noteworthy or worth it either. Because it's so fleeting. It doesn't cure the disease. It doesn't cure the disease itself. So, in the grand scheme of things, it's barely even a Band-Aid. It's not even a Band-Aid. It's literally Just like putting water on the wound and then it washes away. And yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, putting water on a wound is probably a good idea. Clean it off. But you still need like a Band-Aid. You still need some kind of chemical or something to clean it off, whether it's soap, which would probably burn, or rubbing alcohol, which probably burns too, but something to clean it off from disease. Can't just get away with a little bit of water. And there's really just none of that out here anymore, you know? No one really goes outside, or no one really interacts anymore, except for with people that they know and they've known for a while, it seems, and such is humanity. You just sit in your prison walls, do nothing, and live in your pod, eat the bugs, move on.